Okay, I am locked and loaded, ready to go, I think. I've got my Grinch shirt on. I'm ready to go. I'm in the Christmas spirit, y'all. I don't know about you, but like Christmas is literally next week. Christmas is next week. Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome back or welcome to the Pickle Jar. This is What's the Dill? I'm your host, Mackenzie Pickle. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I hope you've had a good holiday season so far. I know I have. Recently, my Mac and I finished our little outdoor furniture project. I had a really, really good time building that furniture with him and just spending time with him. It's been a great little gift. You know, I love spending time with my loved ones, especially this time of year. I feel like it just makes it even better. I also recently got to watch a new Christmas movie with some friends, so I thought, why not review it? Today's movie we're reviewing is Red One. Now, Red One came out about a month ago, but this past week it came out on streaming on Prime Video, so that's how we watched it. This movie stars The Rock, J Simmons, and, of course, the one and only Chris Evans, ladies and gentlemen. It also has some really cool guest stars, and Lucy Liu's in it, and Nick Kroll. It's a really, really cool cast. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. First things first, this movie is packed with action. It's definitely not like your typical cozy Christmas movie, you know, like Polar Express, any of those type of things. Like, it's not that type of vibe, you know what I mean? Like, this is straight up like Mission Impossible situation. It's got cool fight sequences, funny jokes, and it's just like this entire mission-based plot, which is really cool, and I really like this different take that they did on Santa and his whole operation. It kind of reminded me of White House Down, you know, and I like that movie. I enjoyed it a lot, but it had that kind of feel to it when I was watching it. Also, The Rock, perfect bodyguard. Like, he's so serious and stoic and like big and bad, but he is a softie, and that plays a cute little part in the movie, but he's bad to the bone, you know what I mean? So like, we're set. It's very believable that he would be Santa Claus's right-hand man. It was kind of funny, like the reason why I said it reminded me of White House Down is because it's like they treat Santa as like the president. Like, he has his own Secret Service. I mean, he was even escorted back to North Pole by the Air Force. One quick note, and then we're just gonna move on. J Jonah Jameson as ripped, like, super bulky Santa Claus. I was shaking in my boots. Like, I just want to say something. J Simmons, you are wonderful. You are a great actor. And I am so sorry for this, but sometimes I don't even remember that your name is J Simmons. I quite literally only refer to you as J Jonah Jameson. I am so sorry. Like, I just can't help it. That is who I see when I look at you. So seeing him as this bulky, muscular Santa Claus, insane for me, personally, as a huge Spider-Man fan. Okay, anyways, now we have to talk about the biggest reason I watched this movie. That reason is Chris Evans. Look, I could sit here and tell you that I was interested in this movie. I thought it was a cool concept. Like, I was interested to see a news story of Santa Claus. That would not be true. The main reason I wanted to watch this movie is so I could see Chris Evans on that screen. Just full transparency. This man, y'all, he looks so good in this movie. I can't get enough of him. But we have to talk about him in this little opening scene of him, like when we first are introduced to him. The whole little like crazy little like mission that he's on, because he's a hacker, mercenary, whatever situation. The whole choreography of that opening scene of him like taking this and doing that, whatever, and it's just like bouncing all over the place. Very chaotic, very intelligent. I really like seeing him in this sort of sarcastic, just like straight up not a good person role. Like, he's a level 4 naughty lister. Like, that is what he is. But he plays it so well, you know what I mean? Also, side note, taking candy from a baby, literally crazy. But it looks good on him, you know? But seeing him have to be like a bad father, like, stop. That broke my heart. Because I'm like, Chris Evans would not be a bad father. He would be good. Like, he is a softie at heart. Me over here talking about him as if I know him and like we're getting married. Babe, he is married to a stunning woman. Do I wish it was me? Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. I will say, fight scenes with him, especially against like those Mora agents whenever they were trying to trap him and everything. Literally, you cannot take the Captain America out of that man. You can't. I was watching it and I was like, throw this man his shield. We all know Chris Evans can do a good fight scene. Exhibit A, Captain America Winter Soldier. But we cannot go on any further discussing this movie without talking about Nick Kroll's little part in this. I think Nick Kroll is so absolutely hilarious, and he's like, the lines he's saying in this movie are somewhat serious. Like, he gets possessed and is like basically being used to like threaten Cal and Jack, and the way that he is like delivering it is so unbelievably funny to me. And also when he's running from the snowman and does that little like split jump, like you can't like watch him do something and not laugh. Like, it is just so funny, and I just think that he was the perfect little cameo for this part because it adds some humor into this little like dark spooky vibe that they've got going on. It is just so funny. Also, give it up for the queen, Lucy Liu. Like, I love her, okay? Also, it was kind of giving Charlie's Angels vibes because she's the director of Mora, and so she pops up on the screen, and she's like she is also bad to the bone. I love her. And when she like traps Jack and is like questioning him and doing all this stuff, I was like, you are so incredible. And she just like takes the room. A few little details I want to talk about that I just loved. The detail of having the Aurora Borealis in the skyline of the North Pole anytime we see the North Pole, I greatly appreciated that. It's just such a small little detail, and it just makes it even more beautiful and mystical and everything. I just love it. The reindeer, they looked pretty cool. Also, Headless Horseman cameo, like so unexpected, but it was so funny. I just loved getting to see it, and it looked really cool, like the different parts that they were separated about. Anyways, also toy store portals, like the ELF getting to use toy store supply closets and as portals to go anywhere in the world, that is so cool to me and so clever. Like, every little detail just points to Santa and his workshop and things like that, because even like their weapons and different resources that they use for fighting and for security and stuff are toys. And they use this little like, it's on Cal's wrist and it can shrink things or make things grow. I don't know. I loved that detail, and I like that they made toys in the storyline of things that they need to use, because that's what Santa does. That's what he makes, you know? The snowman regenerating, that fight was crazy. I thought it was a really, really cool fight sequence. And they were pretty big and bad as well, you know? I mean, that was a cool little moment too. I have a line. Santa tells Cal, "We work for the kids even when they're not kids anymore." Sobbing. Why am I sobbing? I don't know. It's just like Christmas spirit, and like it goes back to the whole thing of a couple episodes ago, like watching If, and it's like, you need your imaginary friends even when you're not a kid anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little emotional about the whole like growing up thing, but you're still a kid at heart. Anyways. Also, the whole slap fight, like power slap situation moment with Krampus and all of the people there. What? That was insane. And also, it was such a funny scene. There's so many little jabs back and forth. And just the idea of that in general, that they're doing that as a game and they're betting on it, it was just so funny. And Jack and Cal's little like moments and back and forth in there are so good too. Also, I really loved at the end of the movie the montage of how Santa delivers all the presents on Christmas Eve, and how all the elves and stuff are helping fix any Christmas lights or decorations that get messed up in the process. And it's like a whole like system and routine, and it's very like well timed and well choreographed. It almost reminded me of any like military movie or something like that, with like how precise they are and everything. I don't know. It was just, I really enjoyed seeing it like that, and it being this great feat of athleticism and prep and all that stuff that he's doing, instead of it just being magic. Like, it was really cool. It was really cool. I also really liked how they included different Christmas traditions and staples. Like, there are a few very popular Christmas songs that play in different scenes. Like when they're on the beach and the ice cream truck comes out and it's playing Feliz Navidad. Like, that is just so, it was just such a cool little moment, you know? I don't know. I just loved including different, like, Christmas songs that we kind of all recognize. Also, they include Krampus, which was so cool that they added this bit of folklore in there. And Grilla, like, the villain, she's in Icelandic folklore. And that was just really cool that they sort of mixed in these two folklore characters within Santa's story as well, and, like, had them all sort of related to each other in some way, shape, or form. It also was funny to me, like, even though in the folklore they're not connected, in the movie they made Krampus and Gorilla exes. They had a previous relationship, and they have, like, in their little fight, Krampus makes little jabs at her about how they used to be and like seeing her again and stuff, and like she slings him around and he's like, just like old times. It's just so funny. It's just a funny little moment. So I did enjoy the movie. I thought it was cute. I had a good time watching it. It does have some flaws. I will say the writing is a little cheesy, which you kind of take that with a grain of salt when you're going into watching a Christmas movie, because it's like, it's a Christmas movie, it's going to be a little cheesy, it's going to be things that we've heard before. However, some of the writing just wasn't the best, even with it being a Christmas movie, even taking that into account. Also, the CGI wasn't that great. I mean, there are some moments where it just looks super fake, like the snowmobile chase thing, and also when Cal is throwing around those men on the beach, like he does the whole, you know, like in the Avengers when the Hulk picks up Loki and it's like boom, 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 and like beating him around in Stark Tower. It's a similar thing. Cal does that with one of the guys on the beach, and it is just so obviously fake. Like, obviously I know that The Rock's not doing that. I mean, maybe he could to somebody, but it is just so obvious that it's CGI. I don't know. I feel like they could have spent a little bit more time and attention in regards to CGI. Maybe have taken another look at it. That's just a thought. It's just my opinion. Overall, I did like the message. Seeing Cal go from having no hope in humanity and being so distraught over the naughty list to then having his hope and Christmas spirit restored was very, very sweet and heartwarming. Also, just seeing Santa's attitude, bringing Christmas cheer. You know, he says something about, you know, people will change themselves. It's just our job to show them that we believe in them, you know, and he doesn't believe in, you know, trying to change these people, but instead just being there for them and showing them that he believes in them. And that is just like, especially because it's like, we're supposed to believe in Santa, you know, as kids and stuff. And it's like, I just thought that was a really sweet message of just simply being present and showing that you do believe. And that was just a very, very sweet, heartwarming message, I believe. Also, Jack becomes a good father and he, you know, spends time with his kid, and it is just so, I love seeing them like reconcile and him becoming a better dad, but also a better person. And it was just so happy, just so thankful, you know, so sweet. I'm gonna give this movie a 3 out of 5. It does get a little grace because it's a Christmas movie, but I do think you should go see it or watch it on streaming. It is a cute movie. It's a Christmas movie, and, you know, it's got action if you like those types of things, like fight sequences and stuff, and it does have a good message. It's a cute movie. I definitely would say you should watch it. You know, I did enjoy myself. I was laughing. It's got some really good moments in there. So, yeah, I mean, check it out. Let me know what you think. If you have the same rating as me, if you thought it was better, if you thought it was worse, you know, let me know what you think. So that about wraps it up. Pickle's pick for this week is I'll Be Home for Christmas, specifically Kelly Clarkson's version. Look, Kelly Clarkson is so talented. I absolutely just love her version of this song. Have you guys seen the thing that's like, if Kelly Clarkson sings your song, it's not your song anymore, it's Kelly Clarkson's. Her voice is just phenomenal. Check out her version of this song. It is just, oh, she's so good. She's so good. I hope y'all have a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you feel the love this holiday season, because you are a gift. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and share this podcast. It really helps me out. I am very, very grateful for all the support. With that being said, it's time to close the jar. Merry Christmas. Bye.